Good morning, Cohort 2. Welcome to your first Tuesday tune-in. Each Tuesday, we're going to try to provide you an update, depending upon, sometimes our weeks are crazy, and so it might be a little late or a little different, but that's okay. But what we want to do is demonstrate a way for you to reach out to your students. So this is our weekly touch base, if you will, right? And you can use whatever tool you're comfortable with. In this case, I'm using Open Broadcast Studio, which is one of my favorite softwares out there. It's free, and it allows me to do fun stuff like I'm doing right now. Welcome to your first Tuesday tune-in. It's a great practice to try to regularly communicate with your students in a way that makes sense for you, right? So in this case, I want you to feel like I'm connected to you and that I'm actually looking at your work. We're talking about it. We're having an ongoing conversation. And then we reflect upon those things that we've looked at, and then we take a look at where we're going. So in that regard, I hope you enjoy our Tuesday tune-ins. I'll be sending them to you every week. And I wanted to, excuse me, I wanted to start this week off by letting you know that, start this tune-in off by letting you know that we have posted the orientation recordings. So if you could not attend our optional orientation webinars, we have posted them for you. You'll find them in the cohort course, the one where you're a student, the online course Redesign and Faculty Certification Program, Cohort 2 course, underneath course information. So I can click on that particular folder, open it up, and right at the bottom it says Orientation Webinar Recordings. I click on that to open it up, and you will see here on this page our first one, which was at 7:30, and then the slide deck, and then the second one, which was at 4 o'clock. So you can watch either one of those. We had good questions at both, but they contain the same stuff. Option 2, I try to think like option 2 is always the better one because I might have missed something in the morning, so I would lean towards option 2. However, I also think that during the option 2 session, I might or might not have had to get up to stop my dog from barking. But, you know, there's always that. Anyway, a little comic relief for you. So these two things are both in the course information folder of the course where you're a student. I hope you enjoy that. I hope that you get a chance to watch them because they're going to be very helpful when it comes to questions that you're going to have on how to navigate the course, right? So this week, our first due dates are Thursday and the second one is Sunday. And what happens there, right? Well, in that regard, you'll start here. Obviously, if you went to my orientation, you'll know that you only see start here. You don't see any of the other stuff. So I would advise you to watch that video to learn how that happens. But anyway, in start here, you have to go through the content, do your pre-assessment activity, introduce yourself, and then do the check-in. Each module's got a check-in. It's a one-question quiz. Pretty simple stuff. I've already seen some great posts in that discussion forum, and I love that people are sharing those images that spark joy for them. I appreciate the kind comments you've made on the post that I made. I like to connect us at the beginning of the session. So one of the things that I want to make sure that we try to do is have doing things on purpose. So for example, the introductory activity, while it seems like it might be smacking of a introduce yourself, say 3 things about you, you'll note that in ours, we were very specific, right? So in our introductory activity, we talked about, I wanted some specific things from your prompt, right? Your name, your department, the years you're teaching face-to-face, and what you hope to get out of the program. If you weren't teaching, you'd be, and then while not required, spending that time to upload that image. That being said, you attach an image to a discussion forum just by using the attach button, which is kind of easy. But that being said, we try to get a little bit more out of you, and I encourage you to interact with your colleagues in their posts and the things that they share with you in this particular interaction. But these things are due on Thursday of this week, right? Today is Tuesday. They're due on Thursday. Then Sunday's due date stuff is Module 1. Course organization, yay! Course organization has all the good stuff about that, including your first self-assessment workbook assignment. Inside that assignment, I actually built in for you instructions on how to submit the assignment. So you can watch this video should the text not be as clear for you. I always like to try to give a little bit more than just one way for you to learn about how to do something, because that might not be the best way that you connect with that information. So we give you the textual as well as the video with closed captions here on how to submit your workbook self-assessment for you. So Module 1's activities are due on Sunday. I said this, start here on Thursday. I said this during the orientation webinar, but our due dates for you during this course are a way for you to see how due dates work in a live environment, right? So you know what your students are interacting with. In this regard, know that we will not be taking away your birthday should you be late. You just don't earn certification unless you complete all the activities in the course and do the things you need to do to be successful. So it's not like you could take a little bit more than the time if you need to, if things come up, because things do come up. But just wanted to talk to you about what's going on this week and provide you again this ability to tune in and to learn about what's happening. The last thing I want to show you as a best practice for you, especially in the Ultra environment, is to really spend some time the template course that we gave you. Inside that template course, the course redesign template course, there is a module at the top called the Course How Toolkit. In there, we've got the things that will help you in course building. How to add content, what the communication tools are, how to add graded activities, how do you navigate grading. And we even have some course building tips in here for you. So just know that these things are pre-built here for you. Outside of the resources that are in the cohort course and in the template course, remember, as an instructor, you have access to your organizations. And in specific, the organization that I want to direct your attention to is the Faculty Resource Center, the Teaching Online with Blackboard org, otherwise known as the Instructor Support org. And this organization is for you. You'll know you're in it because you're going to see this professor sitting in front of a whiteboard being viewed on a iPad. So, or it might be a laptop. I think it's an iPad though. It's been a while since I did this graphic. But inside, you're going to find content that helps you know how to do things in Ultra. In specific, we even have an item of focus at the top about our new AI design assistant. So if you haven't already, you can go learn about that there. But inside here, we've got wonderful things like how to connect to get faculty support, whether they be from us, from your instructional designer, how to sign up for a webinar, all that good stuff. Then all of our webinars are recorded, and we place those recordings in our org, so you can go back and watch all the training webinars that we offer. What's New in Ultra has all the new features that have been released this month, and indeed the ones that are coming the next month, right? So if I click on new features coming soon, I can see the kinds of things that will be released in November, specifically on November 2nd for the Ultra environment. I go all the way back to May of 2022. So if you want to know what things we've released since then, you can go through here and see all that, right? We even have a roadmap module that takes you through the things that are coming for the next 6+ months. And then we have a bunch of quick start resources for you. So in here, you'll find one page, maybe one page front and back, quick start guides for a lot of the things that we do in Ultra. Then we have a whole playlist of quick tip videos that you can go through where we walk you through those things as well. And then Ultra help from A to Z, and then other types of things, publisher resources, Blackboard associated tools, all that good stuff is here in the Instructor Support org. I hope that you found this first Tuesday tune-in welcoming, informative, and hopefully something you might want to reflect in your own practices as you think about how you reach out to your students and connect with them in a digital area, right? It's easy for me to just type something in text every week, but it doesn't necessarily personalize the context. They don't hear the context in my voice, the vim and vigor of from which I approach the subject, or my excitement level, or what I'm trying to communicate specifically. So I do like that ability to give them the smile, if you will, or the sound of my voice for others. And then again, this will all be captioned for you too. So you can always look at the captions too. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed this Tuesday tune-in, and we cannot wait. Faith, Elliott, and I cannot wait to learn from you as you make your way through the program. Thanks a lot, and have a great rest of your week.